So good day everyone. We are the group 2. So for today, we're gonna report about the sexual self. But before we start, I would like to say that this video is for educational use only. My group and I allowing our instructor, Mr. Walden Ardines, to use this as educational materials. So let's start. So after this report, so this is the objective. The first one is to understand the differences between sex and gender, identify the main changes that happens during puberty, then understand the three stage of love and the hormones involved in the process, and articulate the importance of having awareness toward sexuality and gender issue, and also discuss the relevance of family planning in the contemporary world.
My topic is all about development of secondary sex characteristic of human system. So what is a sex secondary characteristic of human system? So the sex secondary characteristic of human system is all about development of our body and changes of ourselves, or are making something for ourselves, we make a exercise to ourselves, like something like, sir, it's what I am thinking about. So if we do the thing, sir, our body will develop, like our hair of our this will grow, like the hair of our private parts will grow, and our muscle will make strong, make build, like it is more of proteins, like our organs will grow. So the girls will similarity of boys, like if they do same as what we do, like their body parts will develop like what the boys develop to their body, like the breast will grow, like their body will going to fat, like, and the body parts hair will grow, like the meaning of sex secondary characteristic will, it is easy to think that will develop of the body of the human system, and that is the truth of life. Like we need to develop ourselves and our brain, that it is a normal, it is a parang normal of our self. And so that's all, sir. That is a development of secondary sex characteristic of human system. And good day, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Sigmund Freud's 5 stages of psychosexual development. During the 5 psychosexual stages, the erogenous zone associated with each stages serve as source of pleasure. The oral stage, a range birth to 1 year. Erogenous zone, mouth. During the oral stage, the infant's primary source of interaction occurs through the mouth, so the rooting and sucking reflex is especially important. The mouth vital for eating, and the infant derives pleasure from oral stimulation through gratifying activities such as tasting and sucking. And the anal stage, age range to 3 years, erogenous zone, bowel and bladder control. During the anal stage, Freud believed that the primary focus of the libido was on controlling bladder and bowel movements. The major conflict at this stage is toilet training. The child has to learn to control their bodily needs. Developing this control leads to a sense accomplishment and independence. The phallic stage, age range 3 to 6 years, erogenous zone, genitals. Freud suggests that during the phallic stage, the primary focus, the libido, is on the genitals. At this age, children also begin to discover the differences between males and females. The Oedipus complex, boys begin to view their fathers as a rival for the mother's affections. Electra complex, girls begin They view their mothers as a rival for the father's affection. The latent period, age range to 6, puberty, erogenous zone, sexual feeling are inactive. Children develop social skills, values, and relationships with peers and adults outside of the family. The stage begins the time that the children enter into school and become more concerned with peer relationships, hobbies, and other interests. The genital stage, age puberty to death. Erogenous zone, maturing sexual interest. During the final stage, development, the individual develops a strong sexual interest in the opposite sex. This begins during puberty but lasts throughout the rest of a person's life. The goal of this stage is to establish the balance between the various life areas. Teens in the genital stage of development area able to balance their most basic urges against the need to conform to the demands of reality and social norms.
Understanding the chemistry of the lust, love, and attraction. Lust is driven by the desire for sexual gratification. The evolutionary basis for stems from our need to reproduce. A need shared among all living things through reproduction, organisms pass on their genes, and thus contribute to the perpetuation of their species. The hypothalamus of the brain plays a big role in this, stimulating the production of the six hormones. Testosterone and estrogen from the testes and ovaries, while these chemicals are often distributed as being male and female. Respectively, both play a role in men and women. As it turns out, testosterone increases libido in just about everyone. The effects are less pronounced with estrogen, but some women report being more sexually motivated. Love is its own reward. Meanwhile, attraction seems to be a distinct, though closely related phenomenon. While we can certainly lust for someone we are attracted to, and vice versa. One can happen without the other. Attraction involves the brain pathways that control reward or behavior, which partly explain why the first few weeks or months of our relationships can be so exhilarating and even all-consuming. Dopamine produced by the hypothalamus is a particularly well-publicized player in the brain's reward pathway. It is released when we do things that feel good to us. In this case, these things include spending time with loved ones and having sex. High levels of dopamine and a related hormone or norepinephrine are released during attraction. These chemicals make us giddy, energetic, and euphoric, even leading to increased appetite and insomnia, which means you actually can be so in love that you cannot eat and cannot sleep. In fact, norepinephrine, also known as noradrenaline, may sound familiar because it plays a large role in the fight or flight response, which kicks into high gear when we are stressed and keeps us alert. Brain scans of people in love have actually shown that the primary reward or centers of the brain, including the ventral tegmental area and the caudate nucleus, fire like crazy when people are shown a photo of someone they are intensely attracted to, compared to when they are shown someone they feel neutral towards, sample like an old high school acquaintance. Finally, attraction seems to lead to a reduction in serotonin, a hormone that's known to be involved in appetite and mood. Interestingly, people who suffer from obsessive-compulsive disorder also have low levels of serotonin, leading scientists to speculate that this is what underlies the overpowering infatuation that characterize the beginning stages of love. Last but not the least, attachment. Attachment is the predominant factor in long-term relationships, while lust and attraction are pretty much exclusive to romantic. Entanglements, attachment mediates friendships, parent-infant bonding, social cordiality, and many other intimacies as well. There is the difference of lust, love, and attachment. Lust promotes meeting with any appropriate partner. Attraction makes us choose and prefer a particular partner. And attachment allows peers to cooperate and stay together until our parental duties have been completed. That's all. Thank you.
The basic biology of sexual behavior. Biological factors such as age, gender, and race emerge as influential on sexual initiation on their own, as well as through moderating the relationships between other factors and outcomes. For example, as the age of youth increases, the likelihood of sexual initiation also increases. From a bioevolutionary perspective, sexual behavior functions primarily to assure reproduction, and throughout most of human evolution, sexual activity was closely related to pregnancy and childbearing. Through evolutionary processes, numerous zoological structures have emerged that usually make sexual behavior pleasurable and easy to do. Though sexual pain and problems are not uncommon, the thoughts, emotions, and zoological responses involved in sexual behavior are mediated by the brain and spinal cord. The limbic system, which encircles the upper end of the spinal cord below the cortical hemisphere in the brain, plays a crucial role in regulating emotions and sexual behaviors. Stimulation of parts of the limbic system can produce sexual arousal. The cerebral cortex, which processes memory, fantasy, language, and thinking, has multiple connections with the limbic system and plays multiple roles in sexual behavior. These neural structures are in turn influenced by countless biological, physiological, and social factors. The evidence shows the gonadal steroid hormones play a powerful role in facilitating sexual behaviors in both males and females. Males require the presence of testosterone and estrogen, whereas females require estrogen plus progesterone. The medial preoptic area and the ventral hypothalamus are the primary brain regions involved in modulating sexual behavior. Androgens, estrogens, and progestins act at the hinome to alter the synthesis of new proteins in brain, which are thought to be responsible for changes in sexual behaviors. However, non-henomic actions of gonadal hormones are becoming more apparent. Studies using animal models have been instrumental in advancing our understanding of human issues such as androgen insensitivity, hormone replacement therapy, and treatment of hormone-responsive tumors in cancer.
Understanding the human sexual response. Every individual has different sexual response, which is determined by their idea, desire, skills, life experiences, stage in life, relationship, medication, and overall physical and emotional health. As every person's sexual response is unique, getting to know yourself and your body will help you to be conscious of and at ease with your process as you can be. You can improve your sexual encounters by using this knowledge. It's possible that a person's unaware of all physical changes that takes place during a sexual reaction. We have 5 parts of understanding the human sexual responses. We have desire, excitement, plateau, orgasm, and resolution. And then we have desire. A common definition of sexual desire is the desire or wish to engage in sexual behavior, intimacy, or fulfillment either alone or with a partner. We have excitement, sexual arousal. Arousal is the next part of sexual pleasure when a person is becoming sexually excited. Sexual arousal usually begins in the brain. The brain sends message throughout the body to prepare us for sex. The arousal can be stimulated by thoughts, fantasies, conversations, smell, touch, taste, sound, sight, etc. There is huge diversity in what a person finds sexually exciting, and this may vary from person to person as if it is influenced by culture, age, stage, relationship, or cycles. We have Plato. Contrary to popular belief, sexual excitement does not level off during the plateau phase of a sexual response. Instead, it increases and it can last anywhere for a few seconds to a few minutes. Physically, a person could not experience excitement that is both physical and emotional, and they might feel sensitive or heated. And we have orgasm. Orgasm, which happens at the end of the plateau phase, it is powerful, delightful sensation. That apex of the sexual response cycle known as the orgasm is usually the most intense. And then we have resolution. Resolution refers to sexual arousal's last phase, a psychological and physical relaxation, and will take place during the resolution phase.
When people think of sexual behavior, they may think the binary male and female rules. However, the diversity of sexual behavior is much more complex than this. Sexual behavior is a broad term which encompasses a wide array of sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression. Sexual orientation is an individual, emotional, romantic, and sexual attraction to other person which can be categorized as heterosexual, homosexual, bisexual, pansexual, and asexual. Heterosexual individuals are attracted to person of the opposite sex. Homosexual individuals are attracted to person of the same sex. The bisexual individuals are attracted to person of both sex. The pansexual individuals are attracted to the person of the any sex or gender, and the asexual individuals are attracted to any person. Gender identity is an individual's internal self-identification of gender, which can be male, female, non-binary, genderqueer, agender, bigender, or any gender identity. A person's gender identity does not necessarily correlate to their sex assigned at birth. For the gender expression is an individual outward expression of gender identity which includes characteristics such as clothing, hairstyle, makeup, behavior, voice, and mannerism. A person's gender expression or may not be consistent with the same they were assigned at birth. The diversity of sexual behavior is a vast and complex and should be respected and celebrated. Everyone has the right to express their gender identity and sexual orientation in whatever way makes them feel comfortable and acceptance. No one's sexual behavior is any more or less valid than everyone else, and it is important to foster an environment of acceptance, love, and understanding.
So, my topic is sexual transmitted disease are a major public health issue that affects billions of people around the world. So, STD are the cause of viruses, bacteria, and parasites that can be passed through sexual contact with an infected person. It is important to be aware of the different types of STD, their symptoms, and the different methods of prevention and treatment. The most common STDs are the chlamydia, the and gonorrhea, syphilis, human papillomavirus, genital types, and HIV and AIDS. Familial bacterial infection that is most common is sexually active people aged 15 to 24 include abnormal discharge from the vagina or penis pain when uterine and pain during the sex treatment is usually with antibiotics. So Ergia is a bacterial infection that is spread at sexual contact, including oral, vaginal, and anal sex. Symptoms may include a burning sensation when uterine, urinating yellow or green discharge from the penis vagina, and the pain of the lower abdomen. Treatment is also with antibiotics. Spirales intermittent infections spread through sexual contact, including oral, vagina, and anal sex. Symptoms may include painless, sore, and gentle and rash on the palms of the hands and soles of the feet, fever, and swelling. Treatment is with antibiotics. So, HPV virus that can be spread through skin-to-skin contacts, including sexual contact. Sometimes HPV causes genital wart, and other types can cause rare cancer. Treatment for it will be determined by the type of virus and can range from special creams of surgery. Genital herpes virus that spread to skin, including sexual contact. Symptoms may include pain, itching, and sores, and genital area. Treatment is with antiviral medication. HIV/AIDS is a virus that spread to body fluids, including blood, semen, and vaginal fluids. It can be spread through sexual contact, sharing needles, or contact with infected blood. Symptoms may include fever, fatigue, on weight loss. Treatment is with antiviral medication. It is important to be aware of the risk of STD and to practice. This includes using condom, limiting sexual contact to one partner, and getting tested for STD. It's also important to seek treatment if you think you may have STD. Thank you.
Methods of birth control. Birth control has known as contraception or anticonception and fertility control. Is the use of methods of device to prevent unwanted pregnancy. Birth control has used since Einstein, but effective and safe methods in birth control only because available in 2000th century planning. Making available and using birth control is called family planning. Same cultures limit discovery. Access to birth control become they considered into the moral, religious, or politically undesirable. The World Health Organization and United States Centers of Disease Control and Prevention provide guidance on the safe of birth control methods among women with specifically medical condition. The most effective methods of the birth control are sterilization by means and vasectomy in males and tubal ligation in females. Endocrine device IUDs and implantable birth control. This followed by a number of the hormones-based methods including oral pills, patches, vaginal rings, and injections. Less effective methods include physically barriers such as condoms, therapy, and birth control sponge and fertility awareness methods. The less effective by the male before ejaculation, sterilization. Why highly effective is not usual visibility. All another are visibility most immediately upon stopping them. Safe sex practices such as with the use of male or female can use condom and pills can also help prevent sexual transmitted infection. Other methods of birth control do not protect against sexual transmitted disease. Emergency birth control can prevent pregnancy if taken with 72 to 120 hours after unprotected sex. Some argue not having sex is also half of birth control, but abstinence-only sex education may increase teenager pregnancy.
offered without birth control education due to not complication.